Security strategist Dr. David Okoror joins us now to take a look at, of course, the recent security situation across the country. Dr. Okoror, thank you so much for joining us tonight on the program.
Thank you for coming.
We need to begin with the situation in the Plateau, where, of course, on Tuesday we woke up to that very graphic images of what really happened. But that is not the first time we're seeing all of this killings. In the last 20 years, it's almost a reoccurring decimal regards to killings in different communities in the Plateau, robbing, of course, the people of the peace of the Plateau, what it was known for in the past. You have done an extensive study on insecurity, especially in the north-central geopolitical zone. Talk to us. What is the root cause of the insecurity in the Plateau, and why does it seem like we're not able to solve it?
Well, again, I thank you for having me arise. The issue of insecurity in the north-central is well documented. Particularly in Plateau State, is very well documented as to the reasons why you have this crisis. But what should bother you is that the killings are escalating, and then the size of the involvement, the level of people killed, the number of people killed is increasing. The brazenness of those who are carrying out the attacks are increasing. I mean, from your report and other reports we have had, is that the militants or the militias who are involved in this, the gunmen are not far away. In fact, they are lurking around the communities where they have recently killed so many people. So if you ask, we go back to the same thing. It is an issue of people want to, it's land, really. The issue of insecurity in Plateau, as it is in southern Kaduna, as it is in Benue, is a fight over land. There are two groups of people, the indigenes who say we are the owner of the land, and those who are coming from outside and say they want to have access to this land. And so those who are coming, what you call the militant and all that, are well armed. So the question you normally ask yourself is, where are they getting the arms from? How come that, as it happened in Benue, as it happened in southern Kaduna, as it happened in Plateau, that every time they come, they are able to operate, they kill, they maim, they hang around for as long as they want, and they go back. None is ever arrested, none is ever interdicted, none is ever killed. And so you ask yourself, and this is a country, how is that possible? I would like to ask the listeners, how many of these criminals have ever been arrested or prosecuted?
Well, 7 have been arrested in this particular spate of killings, but how optimistic are you that at least would actually get justice?
I'll give you an example. Many years ago, I was in Kaduna during some of those riots. And there was a particular occasion where I went with a group of people to Kaduna prisons. And we met a retired general who was a southern Kaduna indigene. And he has said to us, look, I am a retired general. I am here in prison. If I was from a particular tribe, if I was a captain from a particular tribe, I would not be here. Now let me see what happened. During that riot, several people were arrested in Kaduna City. They were put in jail. 3 months after that, they were given transport and they were able to go home. And that was it. And so what you see happening has a foundation. So people are brazen, they can do as they like, and there is no law that will ask them to pay. So they just go, they do what they want to do today, they go back, and when they want to come back, they come. I can assure you that except something fundamental happens, these same issues will be here next week, next
something
month,
fundamental.
talking about it.
Something fundamental. Yes. That's interesting. We appreciate your insight. This reminds me of a time I had to do a story on insecurity and then lessons we could learn from Singapore, you know, when Lee Kuan Yew handed over to Okoror, you know, and then I discovered that it is something that we could learn from. Okay. That's a social resistance strategy. You have done a lot of study about insecurity and how to curb it. How can we adapt social resistance strategy to our situation in Nigeria?
Well, incidentally, when you look at what happened in Malaysia, right? It's different. Nigeria
in Singapore.
Sorry, Singapore. Yeah. Nigeria has a different scenario. Our problem here is political will.
So, political will?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, see, you know, in 2018, I don't know whether he was speaking for himself now, whether he was speaking for the government, Mr. Femi Adesina. You know what he says? When these killings were escalating, and people were saying, look, people are trying to stay back and defend their ancestral land because they can't leave it. And he said, look, do the people prefer to kill defending ancestral land or to leave ancestral land alone, allow whoever want to take over so that they can leave. So you can see that the problem, as it has been, is the will of the government to do something about this. And you need, my joy is that we're having a new government coming. Perhaps that gives hope that perhaps a new strategy or a new will or a new
well, Dr. Okoror, since you spoke about incoming administration, Muathang, who is the governor-elect of Plateau State, he did say that foreign fighters, he believes, are actually behind this particular killing in 7 different communities in Mangu. And of course, he's saying, you know what, injustice, you know, is one of the reasons why we're seeing all of these clashes happen. Do you agree with that? And at the end of the day, we go back to lasting solution. What is the lasting solution? You've talked about lack of willpower. So how do we get it right and move forward? So we stop counting bodies almost every week in the Plateau. Well,
Mr. Caleb is right. There are certainly foreign fighters, but then you ask yourself, who brings them in? How do they come in? There's logistics that is involved. If you are bringing foreign fighters, there's logistics. Who provide the logistics? Who provide the cover? Who provide the arm? Who provide the intelligence? Who provide the information? Who shoots them? These are the issues. So when you ask, what is the way forward? I said, number one, I've always said it, we need to have political will at the highest political leadership level.
Okay, still talking about political will. Are you also suggesting that something needs to be done about our intelligence gathering so that, as they say, prevention can always come ahead of the need for a cure?
What intelligence do you need? You are told that people have been, that militants have come to an area and killed people, and the militants are still hanging around, preventing people from going back to their land. And you're talking of intelligence. That means the information is in the public domain. The law enforcement agencies have it. And by the way, how come that the same issue is going on over and over?
No, when I talk about intelligence gathering and more being done in that respect, I mean, before the militia came in the first place, while they're trying to plan their moves, their gambits, you know, how soon do we get the information? How soon does the information go from the grassroots to those who can protect them?
No, but I've just said the point. When we talk about intelligence, sometimes it makes it look like it's rocket science. We are saying the attackers are around. They are operating for days or for hours in a community. And are you saying that intelligence is not available? The community people call the police to say this is what is happening, and response doesn't come out this late. So, like I said, it is not the failure of intelligence, it's the failure of the state to take necessary action to protect its citizens.
What are your suggestions to the incoming administration?
I think the incoming administration should demonstrate political will to say, look, enough is enough. If the security agencies in Nigeria have that backing to act, they will act, and there will be an end to this thing.
Good place to drop the anchor. Hopefully the next time we'll call you, it's to talk about how peace has returned to the Plateau finally. Dr. Okoror, we say thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.